Namaste, Kavitarm Shrestha. My profession is teaching, research and training consultancy. I am also a writer in the field of literature. I live in Kathmandu, Anamnagar, Nepal. My formal name is Ram Bahadur Shrestha. I am involved professionally with KIST Medical College, the National and International Relations Director. I also serve the institution as the Member Secretary for its Institutional Research Committee. KIST Medical College, Lalitpur is a private college under Tribhuvan University, Kathmandu, Nepal. I am also a principal for Precious National College, Mapi, Kathmandu. It is a morning college. I am affiliated as a visiting professor with University of Aberdeen in Scotland, UK. I teach in Public Health Division here and guide its PhD student. I work almost half and half in Nepal and UK. I am a Nepali citizen born in Okhaldunga, Ram Bazar. My ancestors came from Bangsa Gopal Tekhajitol, Bhaktapur. My great-grandfather, Ratna Bahadur Deobanjar, who was the son of Lakshmi Bilas Deobanjar, moved their farmhouse at Gundu in 1850 AD. This is where my grandfather, Jit Bahadur Deobanjar, was born in 1860 AD. My grandfather, Jit Bahadur, came to Okhaldunga as a civil servant for post office and settled here in 1885 AD. My father, Nandaram Shrestha, was born in Okhaldunga in 1916 AD. I spent whole of my childhood in Okhaldunga Township until 1962. I studied up to 9th grade in Okhaldunga and learned to perform stage performances, play musical instruments, and compose songs and poems here in Okhaldunga. I had composed and sang King Mahendra when he visited Okhaldunga in 1957. At that time I was only 9 years old. In my school life in Dharan, I became Kavitaram, meaning Ram with poems. My teacher gave this known widely for composing poems in Dharan. I am known till today with this name, though my former name, Ram Bahadur Shrestha, is still continued as a formal one. I continued my education in Dharan and completed my school leaving certificate in 1964. I did Intermediate of Commerce from Dharan in 1966, BA from Kathmandu in 71, MA from Agra, India in 1981, and PhD from Gorakhpur, India in 1997. My PhD is in medical sociology. I studied in Dharan until 1969. I later settled in Kathmandu after my father's death in 1973. I have 3 younger brothers and 2 younger sisters. My family arranged my marriage in Okhaldunga in 1961 with a 9-year-old girl, Chandra Shrestha, when I was only 13 years old. I have 3 children. They are daughter Rasmi, born in 1968, son Rasos, born in 1970, and daughter Rajani, born in 1973. My conjugal life with Chandra ended in 2008 as Chandra asked for divorce. I started my profession as a teacher in a primary school in Dharan right after I passed SLC in 1964. Later, I worked as a teacher in Dolak High School in 1968. I taught language to Peace Corps volunteers in Kathmandu in 1970 and moved to Chakragarh in eastern Nepal to teach in a high school. In 1974, I took a training for tour guiding for the royal guests that would come during the coronation of King Virendra, and I guided Prince of Wales, Lord Mountbatten, and Duke of Gloucester from UK in 1975. I then joined New Era in the same year in 1975 as a language trainer and cultural orienter for foreign advisors working in Nepal. It was for 11 years until 1985, during when I worked in liaison with George, Swiss, Australian, UN, international, governmental and non-governmental agencies based in Nepal. I was trained to work as a researcher in this organization. In 1985, I joined John Snow Incorporation, JSI, under a USAID contract and worked for 5 years as a field studies director. I was at 11-12, which is the highest position for national professionals in US Foreign Service. In 90, I worked for a UN project in Nepal as a sociologist for the development of community development manuals for grassroots level users in Nepal. In the same year, I joined Development Associates USA for 2 years as an international consultant to work for the Ministry of Health, Nepal. I was then assigned by Johns Hopkins University project, Japaigo, for 7 years in the same position to work for Ministry of Health, Nepal until 2001. Later, I continued to work at my own consultancy firm, Consulting Associates for Research and Training Services, CAS, and served Japaigo, USA and Arsoba operation in Malaysia until 2007. From 2008 onward, I have been working with KIST Medical College and also am affiliated with Aberdeen University, Scotland, UK as mentioned before. In past, I was decorated by the government of Nepal with 4 high-level political appointments. They were chairman of Nepal Television in 1994 till 95, member of National Development Council, chair by Prime Minister in 1997 to 1998, advisor to the Deputy Prime Minister in 1997 to 1998, Chairman for National Board for the Development of Nationalities, Ministry of Local Development, 1998. I have been attached with 14 national and international organizations as a social worker, mostly in leadership and advisory roles. I was involved in the literature right from my early career. I wrote poems, stories, novels, essays, plays, and also worked for the promotion of the children's literature. I was involved in the 2 literary campaigns, Aswikrit Andolan, rejected literary movement in 1970 in Nepal, and Boot Police movement in 1974. Now I am continuing the Aswikrit Andolan, rejected literary movement by sponsoring a literary award for rejected talents to be distributed every year since 1996. Similarly, I have also sponsored 4 children's literary promotion awards for the children's literature as well in Nepal. Both sponsorships are made with the cash earned from literary royalties and cash prizes. I have also established a trust with the name of my late father Kavitarm Shrestha for the education of 2 deprived children in Okaldunda. I have been leading an US NGO, American Nepalese Students and Women's Educational Relief Answer in Nepal. This NGO has been managing educations for 650 children all over Nepal in 115 schools and colleges. Up to now, I have published 33 research projects and 42 training and users manuals, 31 volumes of literary books. They are 27 in Nepali and 5 in English, 2 movie stories, 1 music album in which I have given lyrics and music. In this album, renowned singers like Ramkrishna Dakal, Sapna Shri, Lochan Bhattarai and myself have sung. I produced 2 movies. One of them was Mukti Sangharsha, for which I wrote, directed, played and gave music. This film was made breaking many traditional Indian fashions legacy. It contained remarkable experiments for the first time in Nepal, such as it has the inclusion of tribal songs, political theme, musical poems and love affair-less story. This won Asia Africa Solidarity Award in the International Film Festival in Pyongyang, North Korea in 1994. And also it won 6 national awards in Nepal. 2 of the national awards were for myself for my best story and best character acting role. Up till now, I am decorated with 3 international and 6 national adorations and 2 international and 8 national awards for my works in literature and films. At the last, but not the least, I want to acknowledge all of the institutions that provided me with royalties and cash prizes. I wouldn't have been able to establish the trusts for the literature and educational ventures. The magazines are Gorkha Batra, Mato Bolchha, Yuva Manch, Muna, Samashti, Ramjam, Mermere, Samakalin, Pragya, Kantipur, Nepali, and समाचार पत्र सार संग्रह प्रकाशन बालकोशेली स्टुडेन्ट्स बुक पब्लिकेशन नेपाल लिटरेरी जर्नल एसोसिएसन पिलग्रिम्स बुक्स हाउस साझा प्रकाशन लाइब्रेरीज अनलिमिटेड कोलोराडो USA बालमन्स नेपाल रीड रूम टु रीड टेम्पस इन्टरनेशनल क्यानाडा हैरावती पब्लिकेसन विवेक सृजनशील पब्लिकेसन बकर फाउन्डेसन नागार्जुन एकेडेमी कपिल वसुदेव ग्लोबल कमिटी royalties provided for music album Denver Community TV Colorado USA Sonasi Chinese School Nepal cash prize providers Saja Prakashans UNICEF Nepali Culture Center UK Nepal Children's Literature Society NSCHIL workshop of paper presentations Answers USA Ministry of Health Nepal Ministry of Information Nepal I donated all of my salary from my political appointment for Nepal television as I think was also considered for my literary work.
सम्पूर्ण आसक्ति र अनासक्तिहरूबाट मुक्त छु। मृत्यु मुक्तिको सम्मानित स्थितिबाट मैले तर्सनु छैन। तर्सेर कुनै पनि ब्रह्म मैले आफूलाई हराउनु छैन।
I am still active and there are more outputs to come out in future.
प्रत्येक बिहानी र साँझ आतुरीहरूले मलाई तिमीतर्फ धकेल्छन् थाहा छैन त्यो आतुरी तिमीतर्फ कति बलियो छ थाहा भएन त्यसतर्फका बिहानी र साँझ आतुरीहरूले कतिसम्म व्यथित छन् खोइ आँखामा प्रतीक्षाका रङ देखिएनन् त स्वागतले आतुरीका साथ हातहरू अगाडि बढेनन् त कसरी त्यो आँखामा रङहीनता छाएको पर्ख मैले जानेको छु तिमीलाई अबदेखि मेरा आतुरीका अनुभूति तिम्रा आँखामा राख्न छाड्नेछु सायद यस्तै अनुभूति दिने गरेर म हल्का भएँ बन्द अबदेखि बन्द यसपछि पुरै बन्द बुझौ बन्द र आखिरमा मेरा अनुभूतिलाई तिर्खाएको आँखाले निलो सम्हाल्न सकिनु होइन अब कस्ता फुलहरूले सजाउँ उसलाई कस्ता सङ्गीतले लय दिउँ उसलाई कस्ता ध्वनिहरूले मृदुल बनाऊ उसलाई मेरी माया म यस्तो कोसिसमा छु यो अनुभूति तिम्रा आशा सुहाउँदो होस् एउटा फुलले फुलोस् तिम्रा तृष्णित आँखाको लागि शीतल जलमै बनोस् तिम्रा उथल पुथल सङ्गीतमय हृदयमा यसले सान्दर्भिक ताल दियोस् मेरी माया मेरी हर क्षण की केन्द्रबिन्दु म यसै क्षण तिम्रा ती चञ्चल सुन्दर आँखाबाट तिमी भित्रका उथल पुथल अनुभूतिहरू पढ्न चाहन्छु मेरो प्रिय मेरो अनुभूति तिम्रो आँखाको अगाडि राखेको छु